In today's episode, we're going to talk about the top 10 myths surrounding the changes to the privacy landscape and the data world in advertising. Let's go. Okay, we're going to play a little game. I'm going to say 10 big, bold statements that at Klever we think these are myths, and you're gonna say why they're myths. Okay.
Okay, so they're all myths, so I can't say true or false.
Oh,
right?
you can say it's true, but we've had these discussions before.
Okay, cool. So I'll
Okay.
take the liberty then. I'm listening.
All right. Number 1, programmatic is dead.
False, of course. You know, why would we be recording beautiful videos, if we were afraid for our revenue? No, programmatic is not dead. Programmatic is going to go through turbulence, but positive turbulence. It's going to shake, but it's still going to grow. And there is absolutely no doubt. I'll just give you, I'll just give you 2 points. One is what scares people is they cannot say exactly how the programmatic spend is going to be structured in 2022, which is only a year away. So that is what is scaring people. Number 2, the biggest trend in programmatic spend, I would say in the last 18 months in the United States or in the North American market, has been the rise of CTV. And when you think about the rise of CTV, you need to parallel it to what powered the internet advertising at the very beginning, like 15 years ago. And it is a migration of spend dollars away from print to performance advertising on display. Okay? And you're getting exactly the same phenomenon now with TV money, traditional TV money, being migrated into CTV. And it is only the beginning. The prize is gigantic. And you know what? CTV doesn't rely on third-party cookies. So then what's the problem?
Second, the walled gardens of Google and Facebook and all these platforms with logged in users will take all the money.
Of course not. The walled gardens are going to do everything they can not to lose the money. Look at what's been happening, which is unrelated to Chrome and third-party cookies, but what we were talking about earlier, iOS 14. Facebook is actually suffering right now to keep the advertising spend, which basically they're used to. So the walled gardens are obviously way more powerful than because they represent, probably 80% of the programmatic spend in the market today. Facebook, Google, and to an extent Amazon, but they are not, their walls, they keep on. They could crumble anytime. So I'm not worried at all for the 20% of independent money.
Number 3, advertisers will shift their money from digital to traditional media.
It never happens. You never had, it's like saying that when you had the 1973 oil shock, people decided to park their car in the garage and get back on bicycles. It doesn't, humanity doesn't progress like that. So of course not.
Number 4, contextual advertising will rule the day.
Contextual advertising has a big problem. And the problem they have is the word contextual. Contextual has always been seen as a poor parent of advertising technology. Now, that said, many of the solutions which are being thought about rely on contextual technology, which basically is a nice word for saying analyzing the page on which you want to serve an ad. Okay? And therefore, it is page targeting rather than user level targeting. And contextual will have a big play in the new world post third-party cookie. But is it going to rule it? No, it's not.
Number 5, ad tech will be privacy free.
Yeah, that's one of the illusions that I hear a lot today. So it goes like this. okay, so if third-party cookies are going away and new technologies which do not use personal data, remember, cookie IDs, device IDs, IP addresses, this is all considered to be personal data or personal information according to all the new legislations, okay, about privacy and personal data. So the reasoning goes like this. If I don't deal with personal data in order to do targeting, therefore I don't have to care about privacy anymore. Obviously, this is absolute bonkers. Privacy is not only about capturing and collecting personal data. It is also, privacy is about compliance. It's about compliance of your of basically the publishers you work with. And also remember that personal data collection can happen before you target, but it can happen after also you target. And it's not what is true though is if you stop using the equivalent of cookie IDs or IP addresses in order to do targeting, you could put yourself out of scope. But so it's partially true.
Number 6, there will be a Y2K of cookies.
Yeah. So obviously, it's wrong. And for a very simple reason, there is a big guy who's in control of the speed at which it goes. Remember, the legislations, they exist. They've existed for 3 years already. So it's simply Google just wants to make sure the market moves with the times, but they are obviously in control. When you are a market maker of an ecosystem, you have no interest in having the ecosystem basically going through 2 troubled times.
Number 7, all the money will go back to search and social.
Social, I think we spoke enough about Facebook, so it's not going to happen. And search, I think search is a more than mature market, so it's obviously not going to be the case.
Number 8, someone's going to design like a silver bullet solution to all this.
No, I think every time there is a transformation, people imagine there will be a silver bullet. And that's not the way the market works. The way the market works is when you've got a main commodity of the market, or a currency, that's what I'm looking for, a currency of the market. And the third-party cookie was the currency of the market. Then what happens is you've got plenty of solutions which are going to compete with each other. And then that diversity of solution is actually going to diminish with time. And then the market is basically going to chase a few solutions, which are going to be the dominant solutions of the market. But that's not going to be a silver bullet, and especially not in the short term.
Number 9, we will revert to our 1990s style data-less advertising. True or false?
It's false. It's just not going to be the same data. And I believe between now and the next 24 months, everything and their brother is going to be a solution. But past 24 months, what we will see is a different data environment, and which is probably not going to be as reliant on user level targeting.
Number 10, does anybody know the future?
Of course we don't. I've got a theory about this, which is, and I think hopefully one day people will have the courage to tell that to their investors. The problem, especially in technology, and the reality is every single time you try to predict the future, you're wrong, okay? And the future, there is such a range of possibles that it is extremely hard. The true winners are not the ones who predict the future for sure. They are the ones who structure and shape their companies in such a way that at the core of the company, you've got not only privacy, of course, privacy by design, but you've got something I would call agility by design. That means the company is shaped in such a way that it can deal and cope with any kind of emerging future. These are the winners of tomorrow.